Tonight on CTV News, racial slurs are yelled outside Allison Hall.
And a Fort Collins staple is saying goodbye to its 10-year establishment.
And we give you the rundown of all the homecoming festivities taking place this weekend.
Good evening, Rams, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Lauryn Orcutt.
And I'm Bella Roberts. Following a series of discrimination events this semester, a racial slur was yelled out to bystanders from two Allison Hall residents last Friday. CSU PD was called to the scene and has identified the students according to the Collegian. In an email sent to Allison Hall residents, the email said, quote, "University Housing has chosen to share this incident with the Allison community, not to pile on during a very difficult time on our campus, rather to call out this behavior and make it clear that it is not okay at CSU. Following up with two other discrimination incidents, CSU PD is asking anyone with information relating to the graffiti drawn in the IM Field bathrooms and the swastika that was carved at Aggie Village to contact them at 970-491-6425.
The City Council of Fort Collins recently passed a resolution urging President Donald Trump to treat immigrants at the south border humanely and reunite them with their families. This resolution is part of the city's attempt to make immigrants feel more comfortable in approaching government officials, coming after months of pressure to denounce the migrant detention camps and separation policies. The resolution calls for the Trump administration to make changes. A full list of points in the resolution can be found at the Rocky Mountain Collegian.
Colorado State University's Research Foundation bought land in July where Suh Sushi is located. According to the Colorado and CSU Research Foundation bought the land on Prospect Road for $1.15 million back in July. The sushi restaurant now plans to close that location at the end of October. The restaurant is closing after 10 years at its location on West Prospect.
So far, CSU will hold the lease to the property, just as usual. So, Bella, what do you think about this closing of this super popular sushi restaurant?
Well, Lauren, I'm actually really sad. I'm a big sushi fan, and Suh is a great restaurant.
Yeah, and it's really convenient for students, especially because they could just walk right down the street to it.
Colorado State University's research spending has just broke a record $398.5 million for the 2019 fiscal year. That's a 6.3% increase from last year alone and approximately $100 million increase in the last decade. There were increases at 29% for sponsored awards, 26% sponsored expenditures, 23% for industry awards, and 36% in proposals for more. For more information, you can visit source.colostate.edu.
Larimer County forest officials discovered the invasive tree beetle, the emerald ash borer, in Larimer County for the first time. The infestation was found on the private land in unincorporated Larimer County, just south of Berthoud, and are testing other trees in the area for infestations. Officials are still unsure if the beetles were brought here accidentally or if people migrated them here on their own. The invasive species' presence was first identified by an expert on the bug species from CSU. This is the third report of the invasive species being in Colorado, the first two coming from Broomfield and Westminster. Berthoud residents are encouraged to evaluate the trees on their property for the beetle. Officials advise evaluating the status of the tree once now and again in the spring.
Colorado Representative Ken Buck will seek re-election next year. According to the Colorado Sun, Buck is planning on launching his re-election campaign after rumors that he couldn't run. Buck's Eastern Colorado congressional district is a Republican stronghold and doesn't have a strong chance of losing the district to Democrats.
City Council approved plans to build over 400 housing units in northeastern Fort Collins. This comes after the council had originally rejected the plans because the proposal wasn't sustainable enough. In Tuesday's city council session, council member Emily Gorgel changed her vote. The development will be funded by the property taxes of houses, and developers will make all of the housing more sustainable, which helped sway the vote.
Last Friday, hundreds gathered in Old Town to mark the end of A. Week-long climate protests that took place in cities across the U.S. and across the world. Many of the activities for this climate strike are students and they have pledged to skip school on Fridays until action on climate change is taken by governments across the world. Last week, over 4 million people took place in the climate strikes around the globe.
It is finally starting to feel like fall, and as the temperatures drop, heaters turn on and utility bills tend to skyrocket. As of Tuesday, Fort Collins Utilities customers are now on a new schedule for time-of-day electricity pricing, where the cost of using your lights, heat, and stovetops will triple between 5 and 9 in the afternoon. Now, don't be too discouraged. There are ways to minimizing your bills during these peak hours, like doing your laundry in the morning and using your dishwasher in the morning as well. The city says you can also switch to LED light bulbs that will last longer and put some change back into your pocket.
With this weekend's homecoming festivities, expect traffic delays around CSU and in the greater Fort Collins area. With activities taking place all weekend, heavy traffic inbound on I-25 is expected, as well as increased traffic around the city, particularly on College Avenue. Friday's homecoming parade will be bringing road closures at Laurel Street westbound from Mason Street to Washington Avenue. The parade will begin at 4:30 in the afternoon outside Canvas Stadium and wind through campus to Laurel Street. Now let's bring on Krista McAllister and see student reactions.
With the fall feelings in the air, it is the perfect time to start getting hyped for the homecoming this upcoming weekend. And I went out onto our beautiful campus to ask the student body what they're most excited for about the upcoming homecoming festivities. What are you most excited for about homecoming weekend?
I'm really excited about the Greek week, the Greek life dance that we've got going on tonight. I'm going to be dancing, so it should be a lot of fun.
Definitely going out with friends for the football game. Excited for the game and the bonfire. It's just such a fun time.
So do you have any plans? Like, are you going to be going to any of the events that CSU's holding?
I'm hoping to get to the parade on Friday.
I recall the bonfire pretty good. Lighting of the A, that sounds neat.
So are you going to be attending any of the homecoming events?
I would love to. I'm not 100% sure if I can make it. Part of the reason is I'm a very focused student, try my best to stay on top of everything.
So are you planning on going to any of the events that are happening for homecoming or family weekend?
Nope.
And have you ever gone to any of them?
Nope.
I'm definitely going to the game. I don't know how long I'll stay, but I'm definitely going.
Do you have any like pre-game rituals or anything that you're excited for?
Well, I'm on the cheer team, so we plan on getting there extra early, and we have the pep rally.
My friends and I have some morph suits, so we throw those on, run around the tailgates, try to cause a ruckus.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Go Rams!
Go Rams!
Go Rams!
Go Rams!
Go Rams!
People should be involved in things. It's healthy. It's good.
So this is only my second year here at CSU, and I attended the homecoming festivities last year, but still kind of getting around to all of them. So based off of your past experiences, do you have any suggestions for what I should be attending this year?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Bella?
Well, actually, I've been super interested in the 5K. I don't know if it's too late to sign up, but if it's not, then I definitely want to try.
For sure.
You should also go to the bonfire. It's one of my favorite events, and I'm definitely going to miss it next year after I graduate. So
Yeah, no, I attended the bonfire last year. Just me and a bunch of friends went out. We were all listening to the live music that they had there, dancing. It was so much fun. So definitely gonna head out there again, hopefully this year.
yeah, hopefully we'll see you there.
Definitely.
Sounds good. Well, that's all we have for news tonight, but stay tuned because James has your homecoming weather forecast, and Corey will be telling us about the 2 plays to look out for at this weekend's football game.